Morning guys, I'm on my way to Pilates studio in Battersea today to try out one of their one-to-one Pilates classes and also to chat to the lovely Holly Walton, who's going to share her Ask the Expert insights with us and also tell us all about how to get qualified as a Pilates instructor.
Hi, my name's Holly Murray and I'm the owner of PI Studios, and we are a classical Pilates studio. We have one here in Battersea and one here in Mill Hill, and we've been working at Classical Pilates for about 15 years, and we have a strong reputation in the industry for maintaining the integrity of Pilates. We haven't adjusted it to suit any market needs. It's still as it was almost when Joseph Pilates originally created it, and within our studios we have all the original apparatus, and I do mean all the apparatus. A lot of Pilates these days is around the reformer or perhaps even on a wall unit, but a full studio integrated with the chairs, the barrels, the reformers. It's the way we teach at PI Studios. So I discovered Pilates probably about 15 or 16 years ago. I happened to be sailing around the world and we pulled into Seattle, and I was a little bit interested in this new thing that I'd read about called Pilates, and I went to a studio there, and there happened to be in the corner this amazing lady called Romana Krzyzniowska, and she was in her 80s and she had these bright sparkly blue eyes. And my first ever teacher, who was teaching me at the time, I asked her who was this amazing lady in the background who everybody was spinning around chatting to, and she said, oh, that's Romana. She trained with Joseph Pilates and she took over his studio. And she said, but what was the best thing about her? She was out with them dancing till about 4 in the morning and drinking Berkeley Kern. From that moment on, I thought, that's a discipline I can embrace. It felt great on my body, but also I liked the energy that this 80-year-old lady was putting out after all the time that she had spent teaching and giving herself over to this amazing method that this one man had created in the 1940s and 50s. So to become a classical Pilates teacher requires quite a lot of discipline and commitment to the work. You will normally need to attend weekends where the material is covered and we go through all the various pieces of apparatus, we go through all the different injuries that clients may come to you with. But more importantly is not the material on the weekends, but the apprenticeship that lays around the weekends. We ask for a minimum of 600 hours apprenticeship, and what that really means is you work side by side very closely with the teachers in the studio or in a recognized studio, so that you hear and learn the language and that you are participating continually in the practice, because it's not something you can learn from a manual. When Joseph Pilates created his method, and in fact when I learned to teach, we didn't have manuals. We literally had to observe teachers teaching and then try to put it together. So for today's marketplace, at least we have a manual and a foundation to work from, but the most important part of learning to become a classical teacher is sharing the experience with those teachers that have been practicing for a long time and have gained their own experience of Pilates, and that gets handed down to generation after generation after generation. So my connection was with Romana Krzyzniowska, who worked directly with Joseph Pilates, and there are very few people around that still have that connection going on. So it's a thread that we pass on to one another. And what makes PI Studios special is our particular relationship we build with our clients. We have clients that have been coming to us for at least 6 or 7 years. In fact, I still have clients that when I very first opened the studio, I still continue to work with. I think we build a particular relationship with our clients, the way we work. Although we still have classes, everything's quite intimate, and we make sure each client has their own individual attention. There's very much a community feel. The clients even go and have cups of coffee afterwards. So there's very much, everyone's keeping track of each other and taking care of each other, even though we are a fully working studio and everyone works very hard in it. Before and after the sessions, there's a nice sense of community going on.